The Italia Mia is a food and cultural festival held right here at the famous St. Regis Hotel in Singapore, celebrating the romance and heritage of Italian life. And to share more about this, I've got FC Daily's Italian football expert, Nasir Kauser. Nasir, maybe you can share a bit more about My Italy, or that's what Italia Mia stands for.
That's right, Italia Mia, My Italy. You know, Italy is so much about fashion, about food, about the arts, the culture. The history is so rich about all these things in Italy. So what better than an event that showcases all these things? You know, we have musical, we have a soprano here, you know, a very famous soprano from Italy. We have a famous artist from Venice. We have, you know, for food, we have one of the most famous chefs from Rome. So I think this is going to be a fantastic event to get a great taste of all the good things that come from Italy.
Well, it looks definitely like we're in for a great evening, so let's get on right in. Now on this show, we aim to give you the taste and feel of the real Italy and combine it with some of the best moments of the Serie A this season. We'll meet the Japanese import whose goals are vital for New Boys Novara, and we'll recall some of the great action from the recent Roma derby, plus some of the great goals this season. Wow, we've got a great show coming up. But first, Nasir, maybe you can share a bit more about how big a part of Italian culture is football.
Wow, how big a part? I think that's an interesting question. I think it's a huge part. You know, everybody loves fashion, the arts, everything about Italy. But when it comes to football, it's in a league of its own. Football is the heart and soul of Italy. It is something followed, I would say, by the vast population of Italy. So football, or as we call it, calcio, it's religion.
What are fans like in Italy?
Fans, oh my God, they're probably the most passionate fans in the world. You see them in the stadiums, you read about them. They are the most colorful fans, the most devoted, the most loyal fans in the world. They follow their teams all around the world if they have to. They live and breathe the Serie A and the Serie B and all the leagues every weekend. They are just absolute top-class fans.
Is it really as what we see on Football Channel, on the Serie A matches, the fans all getting crazy?
I don't think you even get half a taste of what it is in real. I would suggest anybody who goes to Italy to go to the San Siro, Olimpico, or to the new Juventus Stadium and catch a match, and then only you can really know more about the electricity that is in the air, the passion that is in the stadium for the teams, and it is absolutely just out of this world.
Well, talking about passion, definitely lots of passion here at Italia Mia, right here at the St. Regis Hotel. Just like how those individuals are at the top of their game, so is this Japanese footballer who is currently playing for Novara in the Serie A. Takayuki Morimoto. He was the youngest player ever to make a professional debut in the J-League at just 15 years, 10 months and 6 days old. He also holds the record for being the youngest player ever to score in the J-League just 2 days before turning 16. J-League's Rookie of the Year made his Serie A debut in 2007 with Catania and was compared to the likes of Brazilian legend Ronaldo. Here's more on this fast-rising star from the land of the rising sun.
Takayuki Morimoto has always been destined for great things. After becoming the youngest ever player to play and score a goal in an official match in the J-League, the now 23-year-old moved to Catania, Italy. After 5 years in Sicily, he moved to Novara.
I started playing football when I was young, because both my father and my brother played. And so I wanted to try as well. I wanted to follow in their footsteps. My favourite player as a kid was Kazuo Miura. He played in Europe for Genoa, and he was very famous. So I used to watch him and I wanted to be him. I like it in Italy, especially now that I understand the language well, and so I no longer have problems communicating. Even though I have just arrived, I get on well with everyone here at Novara. My teammates are all very friendly, and we often go out together and eat out. Novara's main goal this season is to stay in Serie A. As far as I'm concerned, I would like to reach double figures, to score at least 10 goals. And then obviously I want to help the team stay up in Serie A. I chose the number that Bertani had last season, a striker I like a lot. I would like to play and score like he did at Novara, seeing as he did so well. That's my goal, to do as well as he did. Then I have always liked the number, and when he left it was free. It was just coincidence, really. Japanese players have always been linked to marketing moves. Maybe that's how it used to be, but now it's different. If you play badly and you aren't good enough, then you don't even get a place on the bench. Before it was different, but the situation is now changing. Now many Japanese players are leaving Japan to play all over the world, and so the overall ability and quality is constantly improving compared to a few years ago. So I think it's a very good moment for Japanese players. When I was young, I always used to watch Japan play, and I used to dream of one day wearing the national team shirt. So it's a very important goal for me. I have only seen Zaccheroni on a couple of occasions, and so I don't know him very well. Obviously, if I play well, then I have the chance of being called up to play for Japan. For now, I'm just concentrating on Novara, because if I can do well here, I have a chance of playing for Japan. When I stop playing football, I would very much like to become a fisherman. I like to fish everywhere. When I can, I go to the sea, but I also like to fish in rivers and lakes.
Well, if Takayuki doesn't make it as a fisherman, I'm very sure he'll make a good fisherman's friend. Nasir, Takayuki, he's definitely not going to be the last Asian import in Serie A.
Well, let's hope not. I think you may recall many years ago, actually, you had Nakata at Roma, and he had a very successful career in Serie A. And then you have Nagatomo at Inter right now, and he's usually a starter, so that's looking pretty good. And then, of course, you have Morimoto. He's a key member of the Novara team before he was with Catania. And let's hope that there will be many, many more to come.
So with all these Asian players plying their trade in Serie A, surely they must be bringing something special to the game.
Look, they bring something special, of course, we know that. But at the end of the day, they are good, they are talented. That's why they're playing in top-class club football in Europe. If not, they would not be there. And I think given the prominence of football in Asia over the last 5-10 years and going forward, you will definitely be seeing more and more Asian players, especially as they build up physically, they get faster, they get bigger. You will definitely see an influx of Asian players into European football. Well,
I'll definitely be hoping for more Asian imports into European football. We're going for a short break right now, but when we come back, I will be talking to Anthony Genovese, a 2 Michelin-starred chef who's preparing tonight's 7-course dinner. He's from Sicily, but he's not exactly supporting his home team. Stay to find out which team that is.